Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us today. I am Tiana Brady Kapu, and I'd like to welcome you to our Hawaiian Telcom University event, Mastering Remote and Hybrid Collaboration. Before we get started today, I wanted to review a few housekeeping notes about today's webinar. Feel free to submit a question anytime during the discussion. We'll be answering Q&A at the end of the session. To submit a question, go ahead and click on the Q&A panel and type your question in the box. We also have handouts available in the handout section, so please feel free to download them at your leisure. Also, we will be recording this webinar and we will send it out to everyone after the event. So just a little bit about myself. My name is Tiana Brady Kapu. I am the Senior Product Manager for Business Voice. I've been with Hawaiian Telcom for 8 years now and have worked in the telecommunications industry for the last 10 years. I currently work on the product management team on product lifecycle, new product strategy, and development. The way we do business today has changed dramatically. In this new normal of hybrid and work from home, collaboration tools have become an essential part of running an organization. Today, we're going to walk you through 2 very powerful tools that can easily integrate into your business systems and processes: Hosted Unified Communications with Webex and Microsoft 365 Voice. I will be sharing information on Hosted UC with Webex, and then my colleague Ken Henserling will walk you through Microsoft 365 Business Voice. Let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start off with Hosted UC with Webex. So what is Hosted UC with Webex? Well, it's one secure place for your businesses to call, meet, and message, plus so much more. So there's really these 3 pillars here that you would be utilizing with our Hosted UC with Webex clients. You have your calling, which will allow you to have built-in high-definition voice and video with meetings that you can integrate into your devices and headsets. With our meeting solution within this Hosted UC with Webex, you'll also be able to have high-definition meetings integrated with your calendars and rich AI-powered transcriptions, translations, people insights, and noise cancellation. With messaging, your users are able to message, file share, and do one-click calling in always-on spaces and with people inside and outside of your organization. So here's some of the benefits of Hosted UC with Webex. So first off, it's a very simple all-in-one solution. It's one app that's tightly integrated with your calling and Webex messaging and meetings. There's simple management without complexity of multiple solutions. It also helps your business be productive and professional, while you're able to leverage a modern collaboration application with internal and external users. You'll also have access to the latest video communications technologies. Hosted UC with Webex is also secure and reliable. It provides end-to-end enterprise-grade encryption and keeps your proprietary data safe. It's also capable of full guest participation, which can be securely managed. You can ensure compliance with the global privacy laws and regulations with this service. Lastly, Hosted UC with Webex is very flexible and predictable. It's a SaaS model, which means that you'll be billed per user per month, which is great to let you scale up or down as needed. There's also no premise equipment required or any IT staff required for the service. You can also mix packages and tailor the solution to be unique to each of your organizations. So as you can see here, Hosted UC with Webex creates a seamless experience across all of your devices. You can use this service on a desktop phone, a tablet, a desktop computer, or any mobile device. So now I'd like to dive a little deeper with you folks into some of the features you'll have included with Hosted UC with Webex. So with the service, you'll have options for cloud calling, messaging, meetings, and integration and innovation tools. So let's start off with some of the benefits and features that you'll get with cloud calling. So with our calling service, which will be attached to Hosted UC with Webex, Hawaiian Telcom calling functions will also flow through to that as well. So you'll still continue to get the same number, which is one number, Wi-Fi calling, HD video. You'll also see presence of your users, and this will work across any of the devices that you've seen on the previous screen. With messaging, users can create team and one-to-one spaces. So here, your users are able to do a direct or group type of chat. You can do file transfers, universal searches throughout your meetings and spaces, and take a look at any historical file transfers or messages in this feature. With meetings, you'll be able to experience 10 times better experience than meeting in person. Meetings are highly secured. Users have access to a personal meeting room, HD audio and video, context sharing, and guest access. And lastly, you'll have options for integration and innovation tools. You can connect the tools you use with Webex. This includes self-service bots and add-ins, integrated Webex devices, meeting schedulers for Office 365 and G Suite, and integrate with other tools. So now I'd like to give you folks a peek into what the application actually looks like for your users, and then go a little bit deeper again into each specific feature here. So let's start off with calling. So on the right-hand side, you can see here, this is what the application looks like on a desktop computer. Very similar experience on a mobile device or tablet as well. But you'll be able to dial, make your calls here, be able to receive calls in the application, and even review your contacts. So this is another option for a full PBX replacement if you wanted to do a soft phone only solution across your business. Calling provides a native in-app high-fidelity calling with enterprise-grade calling features. So the features you're familiar with today, if you have Hawaiian Telcom Business All-in-One or Business Voice Essentials, you'll continue to receive those same calling features today as well, along with a very seamless calling experience across all of your devices. Here's a look into what the meeting features look like. So as you can see, this is a pretty large group here in this meeting example. Users will have one button to join and seamless integration with their calendars. There's also options for personalized layouts and immersive sharing, and it beautifully integrates with any of your devices. With the messaging features, users are able to message and file share online and offline in very easy to use searchable spaces. So here's an example of what a space looks like and an example chat here. Users here can collaborate securely with people inside and outside of your company. And it can integrate very nicely with other apps to improve efficiency and workflows throughout your business. So I want to go over some of the notable features that you'll be getting with the meetings portion of Hosted UC with Webex. So within the meeting, you'll have access to background noise removal. This, the app itself recognizes any noise distributions that can be detected automatically and therefore automatically softened in the background. At the same time, the speaker volume will automatically raise to overcome the disruption. Users also get to experience gesture recognition. So here you can kind of see in the image, in the example image, you have a user doing the thumbs up, and the application recognizes the natural gestures and will display like an emoji feature here with a thumbs up. Users can also add reactions to show opinions throughout the meeting as well by manually selecting an emoji. In meetings, hosts will have the option to create breakout sessions. It's very easy to create breakout sessions to streamline your teamwork. Hosts and co-hosts can have control over who can join breakout sessions. So this is a great way to stay effective within your teams and being able to break out a larger meeting. Couple more notable features here for your meeting spaces. So there is a great feature called Immersive Share. Here, presenters can actually share their presentation, video, or application as a dynamic background in their Webex client. So they're also able to resize the video and place it wherever they want. So here's a great example of what that looks like. You can see the speaker here has her presentation right in back of her, and it's really interactive, a really great way to have your audience engaged while doing a presentation. Lastly, you'll have Webex Assistant. So this is the option for closed captioning, live captions, and highlights. This also has the capability for post-meeting summary that can be automatically placed in your meetings assets within your space. So a great way to have a recap of your meeting for all of the members or all of your participants who join in. So we have several tiers of hosted UC with Webex available. There's 4 tiers. Keep in mind that you can mix and match your packages to fit your business needs. We have our basic tier, which is just the calling feature. So it's a soft phone for calling only. We have our calling tier, which is a soft phone for calling, space meetings, up to 25 participants, and messaging. We also have our collaboration tier, which includes the soft phone for calling, your space and personal room meetings, which are up to 100 each, and also your messaging. And with our premium tier, users would get a soft phone for calling, space meetings with up to 300 participants, and a personal room meeting with up to 1,000 participants that can join. And along with that, they'll get messaging. There are a whole bunch more features available, but I did want to highlight some of the key differences between each of the packages here. So how will hosted UC with Webex benefit your business? Well, it's really going to help you simplify your voice services. With integrated calling, you can enjoy the Hawaiian Telcom calling features you come to rely on and seamlessly have them embedded within your Webex application, along with support from us. You can simplify your vendors down to one, which would just be Hawaiian Telcom. You would also have a predictable monthly cost for the service and minimal upfront investment. You can allow users to have phone service that can work more fluidly with them in the office, outside of the office, and/or in a hybrid environment. You can also allow your users to collaborate more efficiently and effectively through one application. That concludes the Hosted UC with Webex presentation. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to my colleague Ken Henserling to go over Microsoft Teams Voice.
Thank you, Tiana. I am Ken Henserling, currently as Director of Portfolio Management and Cloud Services. I've been with Hawaiian Telcom almost 10 years now. So let's take a look at Microsoft Teams Voice. First of all, as Tiana has mentioned earlier, businesses need a modern voice solution that combines unified communication and teamwork powered by artificial intelligence. We have a changing modern workplace today. We're much more mobile and social. We have 4 times as many devices per user, and 15% of our meeting rooms are equipped with video, even as video becomes more of the norm. It's a very diverse and global environment that we find ourselves in the workplace these days. There's multi-generations together in the workforce as unlike any time previously. And 72% of workers will really be remote working by 2020, as we well know, as we now are well into 2021. And then, of course, team-based and collaboration has really taken off, and the majority of our employees today are spending their time in a collaborative environment, typically remote from the office in current situation. Microsoft Teams serves as a hub for teamwork within Microsoft 365. There's some of the features are persistent one-on-one capabilities, as well as group chat, powerful online meetings, enterprise calling and voice capabilities, built-in Office 365 applications, and a powerful platform that personalizes your workspace to include all the apps and services that you come to depend on and use on a daily basis. All right, staying connected in real time is essential today, and Microsoft Teams will help bring it all together. Real-time teamwork is the focus of Microsoft Teams. It allows us to work together in one solution for our real-time communications and collaborations. It allows you to easily access files, chats, and apps in one single workspace across desktop, web, and mobile clients. You can co-author files simultaneously with the popular Microsoft 365 apps, like Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. And it's easy to stay in sync and collaborate through one-on-one chats and conversations centered around various work streams that you may have as a group. Online meetings from anywhere. This is a very important part, as we all know, since we've been working remotely for some time now. You can host audio, video, and web meetings with anyone within or outside of your organization. It makes meetings easier with a meeting scheduler, assistant, screen sharing ability, and collaborative note-taking is all part of our online meetings within Microsoft Teams. You can record and transcribe meetings and calls for easy sharing and replay after the events. You can get high-quality audio and video backed by enterprise-grade security and compliance. And of course, it's intelligent and inclusive capabilities such as live captions, in-message translation, and background blur, plus meeting recording transcripts are all part of the service. Let's take a closer look now at calling within Microsoft 365. So what is Microsoft Teams Business Voice? Well, Business Voice is a cloud-based telephony solution in Microsoft Teams that offers phone system capabilities like call park, call forwarding, auto attendance, call queues, auto conferencing, and calling plans. Business Voice can be added to Office 365 and Microsoft 365 subscriptions that include Microsoft Teams for the SMB businesses that have up to 300 users, or there's an enterprise version that's available for businesses that have greater than 300 users. Teams calling with Microsoft 365 Business Voice. It includes calling, chat, and meetings in a single app. It's got reliable, feature-rich phone system, and it's all built around the Microsoft Azure cloud. Calling is really made simple with Microsoft Teams Business Voice. It's an all-in-one solution. You can call from anywhere. It's a secure and reliable with rich calling features, and it has streamlined management all from within the Microsoft Office 365 application, as well as the Teams voice application. This is what your phone calling will look like within Microsoft Teams. As you can see, it's a different view, but you can get access to your corporate directory. Those are the tiles you see there. You can access your other contacts, your contact history, and voicemail is easily accessible there. You can always see your phone number, as well as there's a dial pad when you're trying to dial phone numbers. And then you can easily change your forwarding and other settings up in the upper right-hand corner. It's got rich calling features that we've talked about before. All of the things that you would need both to support and administer your calls and customize them, as well as to take care of how things are routed and how your calls will be answered and handled as they come in. And it does involve full integration with Microsoft Office 365 and Microsoft Teams, as well as it allows for third-party PBX add-ons and extensions. The whole emphasis, though, is that you have the ability to work wherever you are. And in native Teams apps that are the same, whether you're on a desktop or on a mobile device or within a web browser itself. There are different clients that are available for Microsoft Teams. There are web clients, desktop clients that support Windows, Mac, and Linux, and mobile clients that support Android and iOS. But of course, all of these require an active internet connection and do not support an offline mode. It's really a cross-platform experience that allows you to have an application that functions the same, whether you're on a desktop, a mobile device, or on a browser. And as you can see here, all of these various operating systems are supported. Teams is really set up for teamwork across different spaces, different size, and different devices, but it's all united for Microsoft Teams. So you have the ability to do things as an individual workspace, whether it's your own office or a dedicated workspace, while you're on the go, in transit, or at home. And if you're meeting in a group, they have group workspaces that are designed for small, medium, and large meeting rooms, huddle and focus spaces, and touchdown spaces. It all allows you to collaborate wherever you are. And then as you can see at the lower left hand, we have personal devices, whether it's headsets or video peripherals, PC and mobile clients, as well as IP phones. And for your shared devices in meeting rooms, you have collaboration, all-in-one collaboration devices, larger room systems, and large screen displays. All of these are able to certified to work with Microsoft Teams. Now let's take a look at the components of Microsoft 365 Business Voice. It all starts with a Microsoft Office 365, which has Microsoft Teams built into that. Then you would add a PBX or cloud phone system. And then the next aspect you add is the Pstn calling plans. You can buy those from Microsoft directly. They have domestic LD, international LD, or a combo of the two. Or you can get that through HT calling plans and direct route. We also have local and domestic LD plans, international LD, combination of international and domestic, as well as if you are already using Hawaiian Telcom as your long distance provider, you can integrate with your existing LD calling plans. And of course, there's the phone system management capabilities, as well as the ability to extend the phone system with third-party applications and extensions that are available as part of the solution. Of course, one of the things that's very important about what Hawaiian Telcom can provide is the integration through direct routing. So Microsoft Teams with Business Voice can be a native cloud PBX, all in Microsoft Azure, or it can be a hybrid cloud PBX with direct route to provide the cloud PBX with local PSTN, or we can help you bridge your on-premise PBX with the cloud and local PSTN connectivity through your existing PBX. So it allows you to determine wherever you are and then help you move from premise to cloud as you business requires. Take a moment here to talk about what services that are available through Hawaiian Telcom. These are the things that we can provide in relationship to Microsoft 365 and Business Voice and Teams. We provide the subscriptions for Microsoft 365, Business Voice. We provide calling plans and direct route. Of course, if you already have subscriptions for Microsoft 365, you can bring those with you as well. We also have a suite of professional services. We can help you with readiness assessment and implementation planning. We can help you with implementing and Teams voice setup and migration. And then PBX integration and local PSTN via our direct route service. And then finally, we can help you with troubleshooting and optimization. In addition, we provide network hardware and phone equipment that will work with Microsoft Teams, should you require that. And then finally, we have a set of managed services, end-user help desk, Teams voice administration, and a full end-to-end hosted service if that is what your business could use. All right, let's take a look. We've talked about two very powerful systems today. Let's take a look at a summary of sort of the features. Hawaiian Telcom's Hosted UC with Webex is a hybrid cloud-hosted voice solution. It's based off of HT's cloud for PBX features and call routing and takes advantage of Cisco's Webex cloud for video and meetings. You can connect to it via direct private connections or over the top via the internet. It's a Cisco-powered hosted voice solution. It has Windows, macOS, Android, and iOS clients. And we feature or provide local installation and support services for this solution. It integrates with Microsoft Outlook and G Suite, and it's extensible via third-party applications and APIs. And then on the Microsoft Business Voice with Microsoft Teams, it is also a hybrid cloud voice solution. It's a Microsoft Cloud for the PBX video and meetings capabilities, and the HT Cloud for PSTN access and call routing. It's an over-the-top service via the internet and SIP trunking for calling. It's a Microsoft-powered hosted voice solution. It also has Windows, macOS, Android, and iOS clients. We provide local installation and support services. It integrates with the full Microsoft Office 365 suite. It's extensible via third-party applications, MS Power Automate, and APIs. And then finally, we also provide integration with existing premise-based PBXs as part of our service. So, how do you really decide which one of these solutions is right for your business? Well, you can start with a few questions. First of all, does your company already have Hawaiian Telcom's hosted voice services? If so, consider using or selecting Hosted UC with WebEx. Or does your company already use WebEx meetings for collaboration? Once again, if so, you would want to take a look at our hosted UC with WebEx. Now, on the other hand, if your company is already using Microsoft 365 Office with Teams and your company is standardized on Microsoft Teams for collaboration, and then, or a third question would be, does your company want to integrate Microsoft Teams with an existing PBX? If any of those situations are the norm for your company, then you probably want to consider selecting Microsoft Teams with Business Voice. Regardless of which one of the systems you choose, you're really going to want to have local support and service, and you definitely will want to select Hawaiian Telcom for that. All right, Tiana, time for questions.
All right, so now we'd like to get into our Q&A session. So we have some Q&A or some questions in our Q&A chat box here. So if you folks have a question, please feel free to add it in. So I'll go ahead and get started here. So our first question is, if I have a Hawaiian Telcom hosted UC today, can I migrate to the hosted UC with WebEx? And the answer to that is yes, absolutely. We definitely would like to encourage you to migrate. We're in the process of sending out communications to our customers who utilize Hawaiian Telcom hosted UC today, so we can actually get you folks started on the migration process. So moving on to our second question. What if I already have a WebEx license and want to add voice to it? So that's a great question. If you already have an existing WebEx license today for your business, we actually can add just the voice piece to that for you. This would be our basic plan, which would just include the calling and soft phone features. Let's take a look here. All right. Oh, this next question is about Microsoft Teams. So, question is, I have an Office 365 license today. Can I migrate my licenses to Hawaiian Telcom? I'll let Ken go ahead and answer that one.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tiana. This is a great question. If you already have a Microsoft 365 subscription and you want Hawaiian Telcom to help you provide the Pstn connectivity through direct routing, we absolutely can do that. You provide us access through a feature called Delegated Authority, and that allows us to help you set up and add the voice component that you would need to utilize Microsoft Teams voice.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ken. All right. I have another Microsoft Teams question for you, actually. So question is it easy to add and remove the voice services from my Teams account?
Yes, the answer is yes. One thing I do want to point out that you actually have to turn on the voice services on a per user basis. So not everyone in your organization has to utilize the voice features. It could be a per user, and it could just be available or made available to whichever user that you have that wants that. So you definitely can easily turn on the service or turn off the voice services on a per user basis.
Awesome. Thank you, Ken, for that explanation. We actually had a very similar question after come through, how easily can I add and remove the voice services from my Teams account? So I think you answered that perfectly and provided those details already. Here's another question. So do current bio customers have to move hosted UC with WebEx, or is this a net new offering? So it is actually a required migration that will be taking place. Our existing hosted UC client that our current users have today will be end of support in Q1 of 2022. So we would like to start the migrations with our existing customers and have them migrated over to our newest hosted UC with WebEx offering. And take a look to see if we have any other questions today. Great questions, folks. All right, so that looks like that was probably the last question for today. I'll turn it back over to Ken to wrap us up.
All right. Thank you, Tiana. Well, thank you all for joining us today. If you have any more questions, feel free to email them to htuniversity@hawaiiantel.com or send them to your account manager, and we'll be sure to get back to you. Aloha and have a great day.